because I get for the people in your area, they got an easy choice. They can call you in because they know that they see you everywhere. They see you doing the right job, and I've seen the list of your success stories. I've seen the videos of people that you've been serving. So, but for people where the choice isn't so easy, how can someone who's watching up in Brisbane or wherever they might be watching from around the country, how do they find the Peter Morrell of their area? Like, is there any criteria they can be on the lookout for? Because I'm sure they all talk the talk pretty well, say they're really good.
It's true, isn't it? They, well, all the agents that talk the talk, they'll tell you they're going to sell your house for the maximum price. They're going to sell it quicker than anyone else, and they're the best negotiator in the world. And of course, they can't all be right.
Yeah.
So, and it's so important to make sure you do get that right agent, because that can mean $20,000, $30,000 in your pocket. And don't forget, that's tax-free when it's your own house.
Yeah.
So there's a few things you can do to make sure you're getting the agent that really suits you. And the most obvious thing is to get them in to interview them, have a chat to see whether you have some sort of rapport with them, whether you feel like you can relate to them, and importantly, whether they're the sort of person you'd like them to represent you and the sale of your property. So get them in and have a chat and get a good feel of the agent.
Okay.
But Glenn,
so say we've got good energy, because again, I'm going to play devil's advocate and assume that they, even though I know it's not true, but I would assume they could all fake it at the interview stage. So say we've got someone that feels good energetically. Anything else that we should be on the lookout for?
Just to take you up on that point though, and let's say it's a very important thing to remember, the agent, it's an important part of their business. They spend a lot of time training, because they're doing what is a listing presentation. So they train to make sure they sound convincing, their words are good. So don't forget, this is a very highly trained agent when you get them in for that interview. So I suppose that the next thing, and probably even before you get them in there, is go and have a look what they're doing in their open homes. Have a look how they treat their customers, how the buyers when they came in. Are they helpful, or are they just standing in the corner while their PA takes names and they're playing on their phone? Are they helpful? Do they have the information there? Do they have things like, being Campbell, we still have our building pest report on site, so make sure that's there. Right. Is there comparable sales? So the information that a buyer needs to buy your property is there. And a good thing to do is to say to them, because hopefully they'll come up and ask you, well, how are you going?
And if they don't, that might be the first red flag to X.
Just say, can we help you? They say, no, I'm just looking.
Okay.
Now, when you go into a retail outlet, if you say, I'm just looking, you're not just looking, you're doing something.
Yeah, you're there to buy something. Yeah, we don't go to...
You're there. Yeah. So just just see how the agent then reacts to you. Are they being hateful, or they just walk away? Are they helping you buy the property? And then the next... Look, I saw a great survey a little while ago, not so long ago, about a survey that was done for 150 agents in Southeast Queensland.
Yeah, I've seen the stats. Yeah.
So Southeast Queensland, but it has relevance to the whole of the country. And would you know that a third of those agents weren't even nice at the open home?
Yeah, I saw that stat, and I'd have thought that the secret shoppers were making up those stats if I didn't know them to be true. It's crazy, because we've replicated that experiment informally with some other agents, and they're finding the exact same thing. And the follow-up. I mean, again, I've seen the stats. Please inform our crew of the follow-up statistics that appalled me even worse.
Well, the statistics from then is 2/3 of those agents had no follow-up in any shape or form. So there was no phone. Look, a good agent should ring you that night. Well, even as you leave the premises, there should be an SMS to just acknowledge you are there, maybe a link to an electronic brochure. And then that night, that you should be getting a phone call from the good agent asking whether what you thought of or first, thank you for coming to have a look at it. What did you think of the property? And ascertain whether they're a genuine buyer, or whether they had, they thought they might suit that property might suit them. So, and then it can be hard to get buyers on a Saturday night. So even Monday morning, is there another follow-up phone call? Is there a polite SMS or a polite email to say, well, would you like any more information on the property? Would you like a contract? So 2/3 of the people weren't even doing it at that level.
Mate, I tell you, it's funny that I just literally 2 hours ago, I commended a fellow because I inquired about a domain, a website, a blah blah blah.com, and it was one of these ones where you don't just register it, someone's already bought it and you have to express interest in buying it. And he's been so diligent in following up, respectfully, but there's been 2 or 3 emails, 1 SMS and a phone call this morning. And I did ask him, how much are you paid? Because if you were a real estate agent with this level of service, you would be one of the top real estate agents in the country, based on the phenomena you're talking about, that they just don't follow up. So,
well, you think they've spent all that time to get the buyers to the open home. They've spent their sellers money to get them to the open home, and they don't follow up.
It's insane. So there you go. So we do those couple of things. We're already in the top third of agents out there in the game.